Message and data rates may apply.
When did it become okay for men to be lazier, softer, fatter? We need to bring the men of this country back to greatness. And it's easier than ever with Ageless Male Max, a patent-pending formula with an ingredient that helps boost your total testosterone, promoting greater increases in muscle size and twice the reduction of body fat percentage than exercise alone. Plus, an amazing 64% increase in nitric oxide, which can be handy in the gym and in the bedroom. Take your manhood to the max by trying your first 30-day bottle free. Just pay shipping and handling. Not 10 days, not 15 days, but a full 30-day supply free when you text the word LIFT to 797979. Finally, a formula that boosts total testosterone. If your results with Ageless Male Max are too intense, please decrease use. For your free bottle, text LIFT to 797979. Text LIFT to 797979.
And now, Jalen and Jacoby on ESPN Radio.
When I pop the trunk, head the deck. Y'all pop the trunk, I pop the hood.
Now act stupid, I'll pop the trunk. Now give me your boom.
Here's Jalen versus everybody.
What up, Dale?
I'm David Jalen Jacoby.
Cool chicken. Center stage on the mic.
And we putting it on wax. It's the new style.
That's so cold.
We're Jalen and Jacoby. What do we do?
We get the people what they want.
Happy Wednesday. Every Wednesday is Woman Crush Wednesday here on Jalen and Jacoby, where we celebrate the more intelligent, more responsible, better smelling gender of our species, the ladies.
I would love for somebody to come up with a better term than crush. I just don't like using that term.
You say it every week. Women's Wednesday is what we should call it. But every woman that we talk to about it is like, I'm not offended in any way, shape, or form. But for some reason, me and you want to change it. I'll change it. It's Women's Wednesday, where we celebrate the kinder, more intelligent, more responsible, better smelling gender of our species, the ladies. And part of Women's Wednesday, it's a special Women's Wednesday today because Jalen Rose has a wife now. Does it feel different?
Not much different.
You know, the ring takes a little getting used to. The actual physical ring takes a little getting used to.
Well, and always making sure you have it on. Like,
you take it off when you sleep or something?
Well, no, a couple of times you like in the crib just chilling, like pajamas on. Like,
I always have mine on. My wife takes hers off and leaves it around the house sometimes. I'm just like, Joey, I spend a lot of money on that. Let's take better care of this. Let's take better care of this.
That was a discussion that we had. Like,
you gotta get insurance.
I want you to have an amazing ring.
Insurance, you gotta get insurance.
But you gotta wear it. To your point, you just said it.
I spent a lot of money on this. Probably the biggest purchase I've ever purchased. Part of Women's Wednesday is hearing from the ladies. If you call 985-80-JALEN, you can leave us voicemails. If you leave us voicemails, we'll play them on the show. Since it is Women's Wednesday, we're taking only female voicemails like this one.
Hey guys, my name is Blair. I am calling for a soft move or boss move question. Firstly, I just want to say for the show the other day, shout out to the Fat Five, Jacoby. I also will send a strongly worded email because I really do want that banner up for the culture. But the soft move or boss move. So I am single. And my goal right now, I just graduated college not too long ago. My goal is to be the best basketball agent that I could possibly be. Saying that, I know a lot about basketball on a deeper level. When I go on dates, I feel like guys, they'll try to say things like, you know, try to get me interested in the conversation. But most of the time they're wrong or they clearly don't even know what they're talking about. And I feel as though sometimes it's kind of condescending when I say all the information that I know and they get a little intimidated by it. So I was going to boss move. Should I relax with all the information I'm talking about when it comes to the sport and let them be great? Or should I just be great and, you know, engage in the conversation? What are your thoughts?
Be great, Blair. You know that's a soft move to change who you are, especially in a dating environment. I'll also say this. Any dude that's intimidated by your basketball knowledge is not the right dude.
Any dude that's intimidated, period, you don't want to be with.
Exactly.
That's his self-esteem. That's his personal issue. Don't allow that to make you feel like you can't soar like an eagle and continue to spread knowledge and wisdom especially about things that you're passionate and knowledgeable about. Yeah. So that's more of a reflection of them, 1,000%, than it is of you. So that would be a soft move. And any dude that got a problem with it, you just play this clip for them.
Also, to become a basketball agent, she wants to be the best basketball agent. Little advice. Number one, you just graduated college. Hopefully you can get yourself an internship, work for free somewhere, get yourself in the door in the entry level. Another piece of advice, learn all the salary cap stuff. You have to be a salary cap genius. You have to know about the mid-level exceptions, the tax repeaters, taxes, and all of that nerd stuff, because that stuff is very, very important. You have to be very fluent in that language if you are a basketball agent.
And I'll speak the other language because you took the business and the numbers, relationships, and trust and respect and honor, things that mean so very much, but in theory don't cost anything. And once you're able to gain the trust of your peers, then of your clients, then that's going to allow you to service them the best you can and be elite at what you do. So we wishing you all of the luck, and don't hesitate to follow up with us and let us know your progress.
Calling up Jalen and Jacoby is always a boss move, especially on Women's Wednesday. Jalen, there's a video.
Oh no.
Not of you.
Great.
In New Orleans, a couple people leaving a restaurant at the same time. One named Aubrey Drake Graham. One actress on Power, Lala Anthony. Could just be friends. Something or nothing.
Something.
Could have been a big group.
Was it?
Could have been at different tables.
Was it?
I just saw the video of them leaving sort of around the same time. Someone tells me that if it was really nefarious, if it was really a date or something, they wouldn't leave the restaurant around the same time. But people take this information and run with it. Yep. If you're Carmelo Anthony, do you feel a certain way about Aubrey Drake Graham based on this? Just a video of two people leaving a restaurant at the same time.
Yes.
Might not even dine together though, Jalen. What if they were at different tables? What if they never even spoke?
Well, then that's different. So it's hard for me to kind of answer your question. So here's what I will say. I have certain parameters for me personally and rules that I live by. I'm not putting this on Drake. I'm not putting this on Melo. I'm not putting this on Lala. I'm speaking to our audience and letting them know my personal rules as it relates to situations like this.
What's her name? Keisha? In Power?
Very nice,
I'm watching.
family.
I'm watching.
Very nice. So, to me, here are the rules for public figures. That means athletes, entertainers. If I know you, meaning like giving you dap before, broke bread with you before, can recognize you and acknowledge that you and somebody else have been in a relationship, to me, out of respect, that's hands off.
It was 20 years ago.
Hands off. Huh. So, again, but I am also the kind of person that understands, like, there's a big world out.
Everyone's got a past.
There's a lot of fish.
But if you didn't know about it before the two of you started getting romantic, you're really hitting it off, and then the information comes out later. Oh, 20 years ago, I dated so-and-so.
Well, you're overlooking the initial part of what I said. That's public figures.
Okay.
So therefore, I've seen Lala and Carmelo together.
Oh, yeah.
I know that they were married. I understand that they have a son. So in my world, that's hands off. And it would be the same thing for Drake. What did I say at the Super Bowl when Beyonce was performing? I ain't about to stay here and watch Jay-Z's wife.
You just turn around? You just wouldn't face the stage?
Now, everybody, there was a mass of people trying to rush toward the suite to go watch Queen Bee, and rightfully so. I'm going in the other direction against the tidal wave.
Just out of respect for the Carter family?
I'm like, I might as well go get some concessions. Now ain't nobody over there.
Have you ever given Jay-Z dap?
Yes, of course.
I was in the same pizza place as him once, Lucali's. Great pizza. He sounds just like Jay-Z. Sounds just like Jay-Z when you talk to him. I didn't talk to him. I said, ear hustled.
How do you feel about it?
I think there's levels to it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I think they're married. They've got a kid. They're a power couple. I associate them with one another.
That's different. Hold on. That's different. Associating them with one another and being married are different.
No, what I'm saying, in my mind, when I see Lala, Carmelo's face comes up. You know what I mean? Like I associate them. They're to me, they're a couple.
Let me give you a different mind to think of while you answer this question. Google.
Okay.
Because everybody does that with people that they meet or date. And then you search their names on social media. So you're able to.
What name would you put in for Lala? Say it out loud. Lala Anthony. That's the name that I would put in. I don't even know what her government last name is.
And I think it's Vasquez.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Lala Vasquez. You're right. Yep.
So
Well,
stay tuned.
I don't want to be slanderous, though. I don't want to be slanderous. Like, they literally could just have a business meeting. There could have been a group of 8 people. They could have not been at the same table. They could just be friends. Like, who knows? Carmelo could have been there for all I know.
We didn't make any assumptions. I just want to be clear. You just read into. You just said into a microphone
what I saw.
What you saw.
A lot of bodyguards.
Not what somebody told you.
How come you don't have a bodyguard?
Too many people around. Mob rules. No witnesses.
I like it. The people that you pay to make sure that no one knows your moves, you don't even want them knowing your moves.
Because what ends up happening? If you're not with that person anymore, all they do is tell everything they saw and heard anyway. Mm-hmm. So it becomes irrelevant. And I hope not to be places where I'm not safe.
That's a good point too.
That's the
if you need a bodyguard, you're putting yourself in some harm's way.
That's like, I know I'm going to be here tonight, so I need to call somebody to come cover me. That means I should not probably be there.
Well, it is Women's Wednesday here on Jalen and Jacoby. We're taking all female voicemails like this one.
What up, though? My name's Kristen from Massachusetts. My husband and I have been big fans since back when Jalen has a bat. My husband's birthday tomorrow, so I want to give a shout out to Tyler. Happy birthday. And we wanted to know a story from back when Jalen played with Rik Smits, the Dunking Dutchman. Keep getting them checks.
Kristen from the great state of Massachusetts, my home state. Shout out to the 413 Amherst, Mass. I went back for July 4th with the Puffer's Pond. Swam in Puffer's Pond. Watched the fireworks. So she wants to know a story about the Dunking Dutchman. What can you tell us about Rik Smits?
So a 7-footer with a terrific touch shooting the basketball. And I loved how his follow-through, he would leave that gooseneck up there.
Oh, yeah.
When he knew it was
started
money.
jogging backwards on the way back. Yep.
No doubt about it.
I can visualize it now. Always like 17 feet.
Pick and roll, pick and pop. When you look at today's game, he was actually before his time.
He was, stretch 5.
A big guy that was legitimately 7 foot plus that could actually shoot with range.
See, a lot of times in today's game when those 7-footers that can shoot don't really rim protect, but Rik Smits could rim protect as well.
I really like, and he was funny too. And one of his hobbies are...
Here you go, Kristen.
Cars.
Oh, just car collector like Jay Leno style?
Absolutely. And so don't be surprised if you're ever on the East Coast and you see Rik Smits in a car with his knees up to his forehead, because a lot of them are really small. Avid car collector. True story.
I never understood what people do with all those cars. Like, what do you do with the cars? Fix them up?
Pay insurance for
Would you
them.
know how to change oil in a car if you had to? You're from Detroit.
I know how to change oil. I
Change
know
a tire.
how to change a tire. I know how to put antifreeze in the vehicle. That's
Beyond that, yeah. If someone was like, oh, I'm having some car trouble, come over, Jacoby, I'd be like, I'll hire somebody to look at it. But I'm not going to be much help. I can change a tire.
And by the way, and I know people will see me now and would think like, oh, how would he know how to do those couple of things? Like, the way things happen now are way different. Like, even just getting a flat tire. Like, I didn't always have nice vehicles. Okay, so there are times where you have a patchwork vehicle and you know that you do. So if you're not able to do basic stuff like that, then you're not rolling. And so, yeah, I know how to do those couple of things, but other than that, not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, not going to be able to do it. Thank you so much for the call, Kristen. Tyler, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So, Jalen.
What up, Dow?
I'm going to name a band. You tell me their biggest song. It's a tough one. Color Me Bad.
I wanna sex you up.
Yep, there you are. Color Me Bad, still touring. They were at some casino in upstate New York, Tyre, New York. Never heard of it before in my life. And they're performing, and they're finishing their performance with their big single. I can't name another Color Me Bad song. And one of the singers comes over and just full on two-hand pushes one of his bandmates, and his bandmate was hospitalized. What? He went to jail. What do you think about the turmoil in Color Me Bad?
It's always unfortunate when my favorite groups...
Color Me Bad's your favorite group?
No, when my favorite groups break up. See, you didn't know where I was going, Reg. It always makes me feel some type of way when some of my favorite groups aren't seeing eye to eye. And this happened with New Edition, EPMD. Mm-hmm. The list goes on and on.
Reg is in our ear, just really thinking that Color Me Bad is Jalen's favorite group.
I never said Reginald insinuated.
Reginald Hooks. We all know that Color Me Bad is not one of Jalen's favorite groups. He did not say it was his favorite band, Reginald. Reggie doesn't even listen to the podcast. When
my favorite groups break up.
I've seen a couple tweets like, how come you don't let Reggie on the pod? Because Reggie's reckless. What? Reggie's reckless. We're never going to make his mic live.
I'm trying to think who would Reg be if we gave him a mic. How about Lance?
Yeah, exactly. He would make Lance seem like a stable human being. He would make Lance look like Obama.
But the thing that can't be lost behind Color Me Bad's record, and the reason why we know it, the movie that it's associated with, New Jack City, is a classic.
And also, there's people buying concert tickets for Color Me Bad. They're like, oh, Color Me Bad's coming to town, I'm going to be there. It wasn't a packed arena, but there was a couple hundred people there.
They have some family and friends present.
Yeah, they were all right. Reg, stop yelling in my ear. Let's get the people they want.
At a casino. There had to be people there. There's money involved.
I'm a squeaky toy, and I've got one job, getting chomped on by this little ankle sniffer. So pardon me for feeling inept compared to Geico, who does so much more. Like while I'm getting slobbered on, Geico is creating cool technology like their mobile app, which lets people pay their bills or file a claim. Plus, Geico is the fastest growing auto insurer for the last 10 years. Is it too much for me to ask for one more feature? Fast and friendly claim service like Geico, maybe? Oh, great. I'm getting buried again.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
DeMar DeRozan recently traded from Toronto, and he sat down with our Chris Haynes, and he sounds salty. Let's listen.
So when you put that out there saying, gave them chances, and I had to do something, it's BS to me.
He's very upset about being traded. Jalen Rose, in your contract, it says you can get traded. It's a business. He got traded. Does he have a right to be salty?
Yes, and rightfully so. And here's why. Not that it isn't a business and we all understand that players get moved, which is why, without their knowledge, which is why you can get a no trade clause. But some of the greatest players of all times have played for multiple teams.
Of course.
Only very few, like Kobe and Reggie Miller and Dirk and Tim Duncan, get a chance to play their entire career for one team. So inevitably, you know it can and probably will happen to you. The pain for DeMar is a unique one because he's probably the second best player performance-wise that the Raptors have had in their history.
T-Mac and Vince Carter are both better, I would say.
T-Mac was not as productive with the Raptors.
That's fair.
As DeMar DeRozan has been for 9 seasons. And so when you re-sign with the team and you have an opportunity to get a max deal, you start to feel like this may be something that I could do for the next handful of years or so. And then when you allegedly talk to the squad and they tell you that there probably isn't a chance that you're going to be moved, you should be upset, but it's competitive. Mm-hmm. Now, I think here's the difference between being upset and angry. He got traded to a great situation.
He's not in Orlando.
So he went from
Hawks.
a team that hasn't won a championship to a team that's won 5.
Mm-hmm.
A team that fired his coach to one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Yep.
And he gets a chance to now be a part of that culture. So I understand that he's going to have a competitive anger and a disdain for being moved. But once he gets his checks and he realizes he doesn't have to pay Canadian tax, and in Texas won't have to pay state tax, and he's still out there getting 25 points a game, he's going to try to take it out on the Raptors when they play one another. But I think that level of pain will eventually dissipate, and ultimately that franchise will honor him by retiring his number because he deserves it.
Well, another person that was moved in this trade, not Kawhi Leonard, is Danny Green. And Danny Green is in the news because he said that he played last season with a tear in his groin. A tear that was not identified by Spurs doctors. Now, me being in the media, I'm going to say, well, it looks like the Spurs doctors were pretty negligent when it comes to Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green. And he said it's unfair for people like me in the media to connect those dots. Is it unfair knowing that Danny Green played with a torn groin and Kawhi Leonard obviously had his medical confusions and problems with the staff, to say that it was somewhat negligent of the Spurs?
Not a good look on
team.
the Spurs and their training staff, and here's why. I talked all season since January about Kawhi being unhappy with the team. And the first thing I continue to stress is because he felt like they misdiagnosed his injury.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why he played 9 games instead of 79 games. He came back, got injured again, came back, got injured again, didn't feel right, and he felt like he was going to shut himself down. And then before you know it, later in the season, there was whispers, rumors, speculation that he probably would return to play basketball. The team cleared him to play basketball. He don't feel good enough to play basketball. You know what? I'm off, y'all.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly how it went down.
And so when you see this happen to Isaiah Thomas, and he went from being a player that was going to get a max deal, averaging 29 points in Boston, to being in Cleveland, to being in LA, to now playing for the league minimum in Denver. As a player in Danny Green's situation, you have to protect yourself. And I know Danny is such a nice guy, and he loves the Spurs, and he was just collateral damage in the trade. They would have loved to keep him.
He's a valuable piece, though.
But at the same time, like we're not saying the Danny Green trade. We're saying the Kawhi Leonard trade.
Yes, a lot of people forgot about
that's
Danny
what
Green
makes
and all this.
That's what I mean by collateral damage. And so from that, he doesn't want to act like he's taking shots at the Spurs, which is why he put the tweet out. But that's the reality. You played unknowingly with a torn groin, with something that should be diagnosed in the professional ranks because you're exposed to the best doctors and the best care that someone could provide themselves.
Well, there's some collateral damage with Kawhi Leonard in this trade as well. I mean, I look at him differently after this saga from this season. And now there's news that the Jordan brand, who has signed Kawhi, is not going to re-up their contract with him. Do you think that Kawhi has changed? Do you think that the way fans view him has changed? Do you think that the way the Jordan brand views him has changed based on last season's saga?
So here's what I want to say to people screaming in the microphones or just being fans of the league, and you want to take what happened with Kawhi and use that as a moment to assassinate his character based on what you deem as behavior unbecoming to somebody that didn't abide by the Spurs way. Number one, we haven't heard him personally say anything. So
that doesn't help his cause.
It doesn't hurt it either.
It doesn't help his cause.
It doesn't hurt it either.
It does hurt it a little bit. I wouldn't mind if he come out and spoke on it and just sort of let us inside of his thinking this year and let us and say something about playing for the Raptors or anything.
There's nothing to be said, because in a generation where we value sports over character, look at all of the people who have had issues with the people are still paying to see R. Kelly in concert. Okay? You know what I mean? And so when Kawhi Leonard returns to play basketball and he's doing it at an elite level, people are going to judge him by that. And by what I just said, Danny Green played unknowingly with a torn groin. He came back a couple of times and he was not healthy. Mm-hmm. You now can see maybe there was something to that. And I respect how he's handling it. Yep.
Ready for a premium multivitamin that actually makes you feel better? Choose GNC. Our in-house science team combines nutrients and ingredients to deliver products that work. That means a multivitamin blend shown to work better than a basic multi. That means the highest quality formulas for your age, gender, and lifestyle. Not all multivitamins are created equal. Choose a premium GNC multivitamin that's clinically proven to make you feel better. Save 30% on all GNC multivitamins in-store and online Thursday through Saturday. Exclusions apply. See associate for details. Study results based on 6 weeks of use.
We spoke about Dwayne Wade playing in China, and I asked you how much would it take to have Mr. Wade take the family overseas to play professional basketball in China, and you said what?
15 million.
You said 10 million.
I said 10 million. I talked to the wife.
Okay.
15 million. It gets close to making it happen, but I meant per season.
Oh, I know. Well, the Zhejiang Golden Bulls have offered him, wait for it, $25 million for 3 years, which is essentially $8.3 million a year. Is that enough?
Not enough.
To talk to Gabby about it?
Not enough.
Can't even go to Gabby with that?
Can't go to Gabby with that.
Can't go to Gabby with $8.3 million a year?
Here's why. Because she make that on her own.
Well, of course.
You know what I mean?
Couple.
No question. We can't even do that. Now, if they're going to double that and say 15 per year, we got to have a real conversation.
Your math isn't great, but the number is.
Well, double to 16.
Yeah,
you know
16.6. I got you. But still, so do you think he would sign a 3-year deal though?
If they're going to give him 15 a year?
15 a year, $45 million, 3 years. Do you think
that'll get it done?
You think that gets it done?
That'll get it. Let me negotiate for y'all.
Okay. Tell the Jiangsu Golden Bulls.
Okay, Golden Bulls.
Golden Bulls.
Let me introduce y'all to something, by the way.
Speak to the Golden Bulls.
His name is Dwayne Wade. He's a Hall of Famer, okay? He's not just doing it for the bread. He's not just doing it for the fame. If he's going to leave the NBA and the Miami Heat, no state income taxes, where he doesn't have to pay for a meal ever because of all of the great things he's done in that community. He and his lovely wife and his talented sons and his family, if they're going to pick up and leave the United States to come play basketball and put stress on the knees and the hamstrings and the calves, it's got to be $15 million per year. 3 years, $45 million. That'll get it done.
Well, on behalf of the Zhejiang Golden Bulls, we appreciate your advice. Moving on. Kevin Love's got a new deal, and he's not playing in China. He's playing in Cleveland. They have given him a 4-year, $140 million extension. What does that tell you about the franchise and where they're headed?
You don't get better by losing all-star players.
No.
So once LeBron James decides to go play in Los Angeles, and one of the things that gets lost about LeBron leaving Cleveland, two things that I want to make sure that we expose on this program. One is just the economic impact of the community.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is he didn't do a sign and trade.
No, he did not. They got
nothing in return for the best player in the game.
Nothing back.
So if you have a perennial all-star that's giving me 18 and 10, you got to sign him immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And even though he wasn't going to be a free agent until 2020, it becomes a tradable asset. But more importantly, it becomes an anchor to what you hope to try to get accomplished. Because I think Kevin Love became underappreciated.
Of course.
Playing alongside LeBron James.
Of course.
And I'm not saying that he's a top 10 player, but what I am saying is he's going to put up big numbers this year.
I'm excited to see what the Cavs do this year. I love Colin Sexton. I love the idea of going through Kevin Love to initiate the offense. I'm excited to watch the Cavs this year. Well, NBA players, what do they do in the offseason? They upload videos of themselves working out to Instagram. And this one is interesting. It is Brandon Jennings, Carmelo Anthony, and Stanley Johnson playing one-on-one. Carmelo looks great. And a comment from none other than Kevin Knox of the Knicks says, Melo win MVP every year if he played like this during the season. Jalen Rose, is Kevin Knox taking shots at Carmelo Anthony?
I think this is the perfect example of why I like to leave voicemails and I don't do chain emails and I don't do lengthy responses to groups.
Why? So explain to me why this comment is why you leave voicemails.
Because the context can get lost. when you're reading a message.
It does feel like he's taking shots.
And as an 18-year-old that now plays in New York, that got a chance to spend time around him, respectfully, he doesn't have a mean bone in his body.
So you think he's trying to big up Melo here, just kind of got lost in the sauce?
He was watching the highlights like we were.
As a Easy Knicks fan, I like the idea of Kevin Knox taking shots at Carmelo. I like to think that somewhere deep inside he knew that he was somewhat taking a shot and endearing himself to Knicks fans because of how Carmelo held the franchise hostage for so long.
No, not at all. He was just watching the footage like that boy getting buckets. He was doing that during the year.
Melo
he
did look good.
MVP.
Melo did look good.
That's what it come off as, to me.
Well, Darrelle Revis has retired.
I thought you was talking about me.
No, that's Darrelle Revis when you derail the topics of the program, just like you just did, ironically. You ready?
Yes.
Darrelle Revis, cornerback, one of the greatest cornerbacks of all time. One of the best Jets of all time. There's better Jets, but one of the best Jets of all time. He has retired. And what did the Jets do to honor this man, to honor his legacy, his contribution to the franchise? They built him this quote-unquote island. This is the corniest thing I've ever seen. It looks like they spilled some sand around some plants. Is this an appropriate tribute to the legacy of one of the greatest players in the franchise history?
Well, again, they went to Home Depot, got a couple of flowers.
What was the budget? What was the Home Depot? They sent a PA to Home Depot. They gave him like $220s and were like, build an island.
But here's the thing.
No. Don't you dare defend this tribute.
There's always something to be said when someone gives you appreciation.
Nope.
So you can't deny that they are giving a hat tip for his contribution. They said it's for his final day. That doesn't mean that's the only time they're going to give him a tribute.
If you're going to tribute my legacy, it shouldn't be able to be vacuumed up. That's all. You shouldn't be able to roll over it with a Roomba and all of a sudden it's gone.
That's why I don't want to be cremated.
Really?
That's exactly why.
Afraid of getting vacuumed up?
Absolutely.
You going to go with the bat over your shoulder?
No question.
I like that idea. We'll get you a better bat than that one. That one's all used up. Next. There are reports that Gordon Hayward is being looked at by the sneaker company New Balance for a potential deal, which had us thinking on the staff, is New Balance cultural or regional?
Cultural.
I think New Balance is cultural.
Now, I can't front.
It is. There's some fly New Balance out there.
Those runners, the colorful ones, was rocking them for years. Can't front. But overall, yes, this has to be cultural.
I think it's cultural. However, I can honestly say that I've never in my life owned a pair of New Balance sneakers.
I have.
Never, ever in my life. But I think they're definitely cultural. Well, something tells me that Gordon Hayward signing is going to happen.
The people will let us know.
Oh, we'll know. Yeah, let us know.
And in Boston, he just so happens to be a white American player.
Wait, he's white?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Get well soon, Gordon. Been rooting for that guy since Butler.
Now it's time.
And the company was started in Boston.
Oh, I know. It's time for Statue News. I'm joined by Jalen Rose, ESPN's lead senior statue analyst. Not just the senior statue analyst of ESPN, but in the world. And this senior statue analyst, what, you're zipping up your coat because you're getting serious? Okay.
Getting steamed.
Okay, good. Why does your shirt have a piercing?
Hey, man.
Why does your shirt? Show the camera.
Hey, man, let me tell you
something. Show the camera the piercing on your shirt. You got like an S&M shirt. Your shirt is pierced.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyway. So, this is important, and this is relative to you, because it is one of the cities that you played in has a new park honoring the legends of Indianapolis. And some of those legends include Tamika Catchings, of course, Larry Joe Bird, and there in the middle is Reggie Miller. So here's my question, Jalen Rose. This is outside the Children's Museum. Does it devalue your statue if it's not outside the arena, it's outside the Children's Museum?
Not at all. As long as it's outdoors.
It needs to be outdoors.
If it was indoors like Revis Island, then you could question it.
That's a good one. This is something I had to talk to you about. Lyft is coming out with what's called a Zen mode option, so the drivers know that you do not want to chat. You might think that we support this here at Jalen and Jacoby. I do not support this. The default setting should be I don't want to talk to you. They should have a chat mode for when you do want to talk.
Or like at some point, just catch the hint.
There's that too. Context clues.
Right. Like, I'm on the phone. I get off the phone. And then all of a sudden, you're finishing my conversation and asking me questions about it. That doesn't make me happy.
No, that does not make me happy. How many one-word answers do I have to give you before you understand that I'm not interested in the conversation?
Or ask you to turn the radio up.
Yes.
How many times have you done that and they keep turning it down?
Sometimes I feel like, you know what? Just drop me off right here. Just drop me off right here. I'll get
like
another one. I'll get another. Just drop me off. No, right here. I know it says I'm going across town, but right here is fine. I would rather not be in this car than get where I'm going.
How many times have you asked the Uber driver or a Lyft driver to turn up the radio? They see you lift the phone to your ear.
And then they turn it back down.
Turn it back down.
Just so they can listen to your conversation. Jalen Rose, the Rams have signed Todd Gurley, locking him up. One of the best skilled groups of skilled position players in the league. Still haven't taken care of Aaron Donald. Do you think he'll get paid too?
I got a number I'm going to write down on a piece of paper for Aaron Donald that I want to see on the ticker when he gets signed.
What's that?
Before he engages in any physical activities this offseason. I don't care if it's a preseason game. I don't care if it's a regular season game. $100 million.
Oh, the thing is, I hate these NFL contracts. Like, he's signing a contract for $400 million and $2 million are guaranteed.
I'm not done. 80 of it guaranteed.
I like it.
We ain't playing around. Aaron Donald, if you're the Rams, to me, if you want to get a deal done, and I don't know what numbers that they're whispering with one another, but just as somebody that watches the sport and watch what quarterbacks get paid and saw what Kirk Cousins just got paid and Jimmy Garoppolo just got paid. For those that don't know, including quarterbacks, I can make an argument that Aaron Donald's the best player in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Best player in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, you could easily make that argument.
So
I think you'd be wrong, but you could make the argument.
$100 million. That's the number. 80 guaranteed. That gets it done. And if you're looking for a bandwagon to jump on, the Rams is it.
I was already on the Rams bandwagon last year.
Man. They got a squad.
They got Cooks too.
And the dynamics, I'm going to teach you guys something. So, in a salary cap driven sport, it's only so many pieces of the pie. Just how it works. Mm-hmm. Like musical chairs. And so, who you pay and who you don't pay becomes a push and pull constantly. And I've noticed that initially when Joe Flacco, Russell Wilson, and last year with the Eagles, who won with a backup quarterback at Carson Wentz, each had stout defenses with quarterbacks on their rookie deals. Mm-hmm. So now you're able to have a Legion of Boom. But once that guy becomes a second contract player, is the team able to continue to build around that guy? So for the Rams, to me, it seems like they're going for it right now. You add Marcus Peters, you add Aqib Talib, you add Ndamukong Suh.
And Cooks.
Eventually, they're going to sign Donald. You sign Todd Gurley while Jared Goff's on his rookie deal. Mm-hmm. And so, yes, Philadelphia should be the favorite in the NFC. The Vikings are going to be in the conversation. The Falcons are going to be in the conversation. There are always other teams that seem to pop up. But I'm
Packers.
telling you, the Rams are a bandwagon you want to jump on.
Are the Lions going to be 500 this year?
Of course.
I don't think so, Jay.
Be 500 every year.
I don't think so. The thing is, they're not much over 500 every year. I'm going to get you to do the Cinnamon Challenge again this year.
I'm not making any bets.
What were we going to say? Mr. Rose? I'm all ears. We're all listening, Jalen. What were we going to say?
I'm glad you brought that up because I was about to get enthusiastic about the season. I'm not making any bets.
I wouldn't be too enthusiastic about the Lions this year.
You know,
really wouldn't.
Matthew Stafford ranked in a second tier of the most recent list of quarterback rankings.
When I was watching Get Up, they were like, and when we come back, they're going to break, on SportsCenter, they're going to break quarterbacks down in tiers. I was like, oh no. What, are they just going to put him in a chair and insult him? What, are they going to bring him down in tiers? And then I realized it wasn't that kind of tears. But I was really excited for the next segment. I was like, oh, they're going to break him down in tears? Let me see this. It's a new segment. SportsCenter sure has changed. It is Women's Wednesday here on Jalen and Jacoby, so we take only female voicemails, just like this one.
Hey, ladies!
Hey there, this is Kate from LA, and so I'm walking in front of the Staples Center right now, and I'm just wondering, why isn't there a Candace Parker statue out there? I mean, come on, guys. Like, someone's got to get on that. Serious question. Let me know.
Well, I think Lisa Leslie got to go first.
Thank you for the call. Appreciate the love. And
Kate,
this topic is near and dear to my heart. And you're also talking about two individuals. Jacoby mentioned one and Lisa Leslie. And number two, Candace Parker. People who I actually have love for and have achieved all-time level greatness at what they do in the Staples Center to not only deserve a statue, I'm guaranteeing that they will one day have statues.
Both of them.
Yes.
They're going to run out of space out there.
That's the beauty of it, though. No different from the Hollywood Walk of Fame or something like that. Which, by the way, I could pay for it. I could pay for a star.
Like $60,000 or something.
You know what? I'm getting
Should we get you a star? Let's get you a star.
I'm getting a star.
You're a star?
I'm getting a star.
People recognize your name.
Put me and my wife on there. That's what I'm going to do.
Let's do it. How much are these things? We're going to have the staff Google how much these stars are. Let's get you a star, Jalen. Can I come to the ceremony? They're $30,000. You got that.
Said the entertainer, let me text my guy. I follow him on IG and he got a star. Said, did you pay for this?
Yeah, there's 30 racks. You can't just, I think there's probably some qualifications. I don't think they'll give me a star. But for 30 racks, you can have a star. It's there forever, Jalen Rose. It's worth it.
Yeah, wifey and I need a star.
I just want to go for the party. You put your hands down. Is that the thing that they do? You put your little hands on it? Let's do it.
I want to put my feet on it.
Let's do it. Let's get you a star. I'm going to have to run another marathon, huh? That really hurt my knees.
Still in recovery.
That really hurt my knees.
But yeah, I think Candace and Lisa deserve, should, and will.
I think
have
Shaq
statues.
Has the best statue in sports. I think Shaq's statue is the best statue in sports. No. He's dunking. He's above all the other statues. It's the best statue in sports.
The best statue in sports.
You can't even think of it.
I'm the senior statue expert.
Analyst.
What do you mean I can't think of
it? It's senior statue analyst. Yeah, you can't think of it. I know you. I know that face you're making. Jill, that's your thinking face.
I would say
whenever your thinking face goes on,
it's one of those that I sent you guys from Italy.
Jalen went to Italy and sent me and Harlan text message after text message of just pictures of statues with no context. Not like, hey, we want to use these on the show, or maybe we'll do a bit of statues of Italy. Just nothing. Just sent us just every couple days. We just get like a download of 5 pictures of fountains and statues in Italy with just nothing. Like, it didn't even make any sense.
You guys know you can zoom in on pictures. You know that, right?
That doesn't make any sense.
It does. So you can now read the label, the caption, or whatever's attached.
Why would I do that?
See?
Why would I do that? I'm not in Italy. I don't care about statues halfway across the world.
That's why I'm the senior statue analyst.
Well, let's get you a star. Let's do that. Let's get you a star. We're going to keep bringing it up. You're going to end up getting a star. You're a star. A basketball star, media star. Let's get you a star. You're getting older. You know what I mean?
Yeah, somebody do some research on that. Here's what I need from the
30
people.
Racks.
Here's what I need from the people. I need a picture. I need this picture. There was a picture at one time when my Detroit homie Eminem,
shout out to Marshall,
shouted
shout out
Molly in a record that somebody put online. It was of Tommy. No, I'll take that back. It was a picture of Molly and I photoshopped like it was Tommy, Ghost, and Angela.
Okay.
So instead of it being Tommy, Ghost, and Angela, it was Molly, I, and Eminem.
Okay.
It's a great picture.
So whoever did that,
somebody please send me that picture.
Send it to Jalen Rose. Put it on our Reddit. Shout out to our Reddit. Reddit.com/r/Jalen and Jacoby. I'm there every day checking it out. We got some statue news that we got from our Reddit page. Make sure you join the Reddit community. I'm there every day commenting on things. There's a dish that I found on our Reddit page. So you're not on there. 50 pounds of fried lobster. This restaurant fries up 50 pounds of lobster. Look good.
Where?
It didn't seem like it was this country.
Oh.
It seemed like you had to fly very far west to get there.
I'm willing to.
Do you know what countries are west of the United States?
I do. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
What countries?
If you go far enough, every country is west of the United States.
Right. So if you're talking about what countries are west of the United States, so you're talking about like Africa.
Sometimes. Well, I love you so much.
Well, that's a continent, actually.
There's so many things wrong with that, too.
That's a continent.
It's east. That's east of the United States.
Okay.
And it's a continent.
Europe.
But just to back you up, to have
Italy.
your back. Jalen.
The moon.
Play Jordan, Reggie.
Is the roof. The ceiling is the roof. The ceiling is the roof. The ceiling is the roof.
You went to Italy, dog. Which way did you fly?
I was asleep on a plane. You know that.
It's a good point. And just to back you up, because I always have your back, every single country is west of the United States if you go far enough. You know? Long Island is west of New York if you go far enough.
And the earth is flat if you go far enough.
You're digging this hole deeper and deeper and deeper.
You know I'm just joking.
No, you're not joking. You're not joking.
I am joking.
You are joking.
That was a Kyrie pun.
Let's listen to another voicemail.
Hi, Jalen. Hi, Jacoby. My name's Megan. My husband and I listen to you guys all the time, and we totally love your podcast. So first of all, I want to say shout out to Reggie, of course, and I want to say congratulations to Jalen on your wedding. That's so exciting. We feel like we know you from listening so much, and so just want to say we're so happy and excited for you, and I really hope you have just like a great life together. You guys are a beautiful couple. So anyway, guys, tomorrow, Wednesday, is my husband's birthday. He is an awesome person, awesome husband, and this year he became a new dad to our now 4-month-old daughter. And he's just such a great dad to her. She totally adores him. You can see it already. And so I thought for such a special year, I wanted to give him something extra fun and special for his birthday. So I was wondering if you guys would give him a shout out for me on your show. His name is Shay, Shaye, and I'm sure he'd be so happy to hear from you. So we'll be listening. Thanks so much, guys. We love you. Keep giving the people what they want. Take care. Bye.
Hi, Megan. Appreciate the love. Thank you for reaching out on a Women's Wednesday and to pay homage to your husband on his birthday, Shay. We support power couples. You guys fit the bill. Have an amazing daughter.
4-month-old daughter.
That's 4 months old. That I'm sure he's able to be a terrific dad because you're an amazing mom.
Power couple.
And so I would say if you're looking for a gift, this is what I always go back to. It's almost like a life trait. I try to talk to young people about owning things that don't cost anything. Like your body language, like your attitude, your enthusiasm, your approach.
I like this.
So for me is not the largest, most expensive gift. It's just more personal things, like cook him his favorite dish.
Yup. Breakfast in bed.
Yeah. Allow him to control the remote control. Like intimate things that are personalized towards him, like a menu. How about that? Create like a menu of things and items that he likes or things that make him tick. And you give that to him and you say, I'm going to make sure these things happen for you because your birthday is really special to me.
Yeah. Good advice, Mr. Rose. Happy birthday, Shay. Shout to you. Jalen Rose, can I talk to you about power a little bit?
So hit the brakes. Jacoby just brought up power. I'm about to talk about a little of the content that took place in the most recent episode.
You're not caught up.
This is a spoiler alert. Don't get mad at me.
People take this very seriously.
I talk a lot about this program since it started. Jacoby is now watching. He hasn't seen the most recent episode. A lot of you listening probably have not either. This is an official spoiler alert.
Let's talk about power.
And even though I gave you the spoiler alert for the past episode, I must say this for those that have not paid attention. On the next Power episode, there will be an exclusive special guest appearance.
Are you on it?
Absolutely not. I wish I was.
Who is it?
It's actually somebody better. A much better MC that has bars. So if you know me, you know that just became 5 people.
It's exciting.
Okay. I bet you can guess.
I don't want to.
If I'm talking about current MCs and I use the term bars, you can guess.
Well, it's a New York-based show.
Bars travel.
Bars travel? I don't know who it is. Can I just watch the show?
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh. First of all, you said you weren't going to say it. Now you said.
I wanted you to guess.
Okay.
Expect Kendrick Lamar to appear on Power.
Lorenz Tate is a vampire that doesn't age. Like, this dude looks exactly like he did 20 years ago.
Like
exactly.
Like he did in Menace to Society.
I really didn't even know. I was like, is that Lorenz Tate? Explain to me why Ghost wants to build this building.
So a couple of things. Ghost always had plans to leave the game. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was his goal.
Like the Avon Barksdale thing going on.
Yes. He always had that as a plan. Now that he lost his daughter Raina and Councilman Tate is behaving like a crooked politician, who, by the way, had the nerve to bring him and Dre in the same room at the same time. It was literally full circle based on that relationship because they initially did this when Dre was like Ghost's understudy and still was working with him at the club. So now that Raina is gone, I can remove myself from the game because I'm doing this amazing charitable thing in the community and I'm buying the respect of Councilman Tate as well as the neighborhood. And I'm also honoring the legacy of my daughter.
So why Ghost kill the drunk guy?
Because
he's losing his mind.
He had a flashback. He had a flashback to the game. And it was a mercenary move. He was sitting in therapy with Tasha, and he hears a gentleman who's grieving the loss of their son or daughter. And in his own way, I can't fix the problems in my head and heart per se, but maybe I can help somebody else do it. And that was his thinking.
Is Angela just is, every time she does something, it frustrates me. Every time she does something, it frustrates me. Now she's trying to shut down the whole investigation, like acting like everyone's just going to go away and stop, like, come on, Angela.
Well,
come on, Angela.
Well, here's the thing that fascinates me about Angela's character. A lot of the time she moves like she's not an officer.
Yes.
Like texts, meeting with people in public.
All the time. He did a restaurant with Tasha, all in front of everybody.
But coming full circle, and I'm not going to give it away at the end, I was not surprised who Ghost was texting at the end of the last episode.
I still haven't seen episode 4 from this season, but I've seen the first 3. Again, who on the show is a solid, smart, consistent, intelligent character? There's one to me.
Keisha.
Yep, that's one. And Kanan.
And Kanan.
He
stays true.
Yes, he stays true and he doesn't make missteps. Everyone else makes missteps. But Kanan's kind of the only one who's sort of like is consistent. He's crooked. He doesn't have great morals, but at least he doesn't make the same mistakes that everybody else does. It frustrates me when they all make mistakes.
Attorney
Especially
Proctor's
Tommy.
my guy.
Especially Tommy.
Tommy reminds me of you.
Just because he's white.
Not at all.
It's just because he's white. I look nothing like that. I hate the way Tommy dresses, too. I really need to give him better wardrobe.
Well, this is why he did a drop for you that we should be playing on this show very often. Because you guys remind me of one another so very much. And I'm not even talking about like his character on Power. Like to kick it with him. Like we had the same hip hop conversations that we have. It's funny. He's stuck in the 90s just like us.
Oh, I'm stuck in the 90s for sure. For sure. I really like the show, though. I'm not going back to watching no matter how many times Reggie complains about it. I just don't have the time to invest. I've got children. I've got a job. I don't have 50 hours to rewatch all this stuff.
Watch for 5
I'm already
days.
caught up. I watched 3 episodes. I'm caught up. I got everything. I get it. I get it. It's a good show. Reggie gets mad every time we talk about it. Would you rather we just didn't talk about it, Reggie? This is why we don't give Reggie a microphone.
He has a microphone, a soundboard.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Reggie, no one can hear you talking to us right now, Reggie, and that's by design. That's by design.
Reggie reflects the voice of the people.
Reggie's not big on positive feedback. You know what I mean?
He's Bill Belichick.
He's not big on positive feedback. Do you know what he just said? He said, I love you guys. I love everybody. Do you know what it sounded like? That sounded like Gordon Hayward when he found out he was having a third daughter. Daddy's always happy. You're lying, Reg.
He's a Bill Belichick type leader.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Bill Belichick Reggie makes Bill Belichick look like Wayne Brady. Let's listen to another voicemail if Reggie has one. Doing his job.
Hey guys, it's Megan from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Shout out Reg. I'm an everyday listener, mostly while I get ready for work, so sometimes I poke myself in the eye with my makeup when you make me laugh. Thanks for that. I'm going to Atlanta solo for the A3C Festival in October. Shout out Hundo for connecting the new Dirty Bastard thing. But I'm not about to miss the strip club experience just because I'm by myself. My question is for both you guys. What strip club do you recommend for a single female traveler?
Hold on, hit the break.
She said she's going to miss the strip club experience because she's by herself. You have to go. Go. You'll make friends. So I don't know the Atlanta strip club scene at all. So this is going to have to be you, Mr. Rose. Have you ever been to a strip club in Atlanta?
I think I have once or twice in my life. And a friend told me what I'm about to say into this microphone. Okay? Wasn't me. On Sunday, Pink Pony.
Okay.
Monday, Magic.
Okay.
Tuesday, Onyx.
Okay.
Wednesday, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. Maybe I need to text my friend and ask him. Yeah, I've never been to this place before.
Should probably text your friend.
And this is like the current event spot.
Strokers?
Strokers is always a spot. I need to find out this because I need to be giving right advice. I'm about to Google because my most recent excursions that my friend told me about.
You go to museums now. I know it's your cultural events, read books.
Oh, I'm retired.
Yeah,
so I can speak whatever I wanted to this microphone because I'm retired. Mm-hmm. So don't think y'all about to catch me sitting in the corner with my leg up like the Captain Morgan pose and put me on IG. Not gonna be able to do it. It is not happening. I have to Google this right now.
Shout out to Megan though. She's doing research before her trip.
But here's the important thing that can't get lost in what I just said. I'm giving you a different spot every day. That's what makes Atlanta special. A different spot every day. And in the studio, I don't have a signal. Can I Google something on your phone?
No. You cannot Google that. This is my company phone.
I would love.
This is my company phone.
For the company to look down.
This is my company phone. You cannot Google whatever you're going to Google on my phone.
Why am I not having a signal here? I will make sure I come back to you.
This is important.
With an answer.
He's never put this much work into an answer that he's given on the show.
Because I got you.
No. So now JC's enabling him. Now I got JC is enabling him, giving him. First of all, never give Jalen your phone, especially if he wants to Google something.
I won't go through it. He know I ain't.
Yeah, with JC's all right.
Just use his alias. We just using his alias. That don't necessarily have to be his real initials.
It is though. It
don't necessarily have to be.
Shout out to JC.
You know what I'm saying? You definitely can hit up Cheetahs.
Oh, okay.
You gotta hit up Cheetahs. That's any time. And that still ain't the answer I was looking for.
How many strip clubs do you expect her to go to?
I'm giving her one for every day. You forget that part of this conversation. Every day. So Monday do this. Tuesday do that.
Megan's going to be broke.
I'm giving details. You know how somebody be like, oh, do this. Like such and such to be on the all-star team, but they don't take people off? No. I'm giving details. You can go to Cheetah Lounge.
Is that different than Cheetahs?
Yeah, it's different. But I got to find the current event spot. Straight up. Oh, I'm tripping. Let me. Sunday, Pink Pony.
Okay.
Monday, Magic.
Okay.
Tuesday, Onyx. Wednesday, you can hit up Oasis.
Oh, okay.
Thursday, Friday, Follies.
Follies.
Saturday, Scores.
Oh.
And usually you can do that one during the day. For those like during the week, afternoon, rendezvous, trying to get it in during the day, that's what you do. You hit up Scores. So your week is covered. I just gave you 8 or 9 spots for 7 days of the week. That's why when we did our strip club rankings years ago on this fine program, Atlanta represented the number 1 spot.
I think we failed that as something else. There was Bill called it Black Guy City Rankings or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we were just trying to hide.
I don't know how we got away with certain stuff.
We were like, we said the word NBA and then we just did it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like if people, you know what's funny about people, they like, so why are they talking about power? So for any executives, here's why we're talking about power.
The executives don't listen to the pod. They just watch the TV show.
Just for those that say, why are they talking about power? Because one time, let me think, 50 Cent threw out a picture of the first game.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, sports related.
So that's the sports related.
Sports related. There you go. Okay. It's sports related now.
Oasis and Follies.
I've never seen you put so much passion into any content in this program in 7 years.
Well, I'm retired. I don't miss the NBA, but I miss that part of the game. I missed it.
Call back, Megan, and tell us how it went.
Hey, put it this way. For anybody,
Megan, you have to call back and tell us how it went.
Anybody that's ever seen Paid in Full, and the way Mitch loved the game, that's the way I love the game.
I want to thank all the ladies for calling on Women's Wednesday. I want to thank Megan especially for bringing this passion and enthusiasm out of Jalen Rose. And don't forget, we have Jalen's still on vacation a little bit. Jalen's taking a couple days off.
No doubt.
Thursday, Friday, we have some very special guest hosts. Tomorrow, we have a first-time appearance.
Oh, seriously?
From one of our colleagues. One of my friends, Mina Kimes, will be on the show tomorrow.
I love her.
And Friday, we have a return of the champion.
Champ is here.
Carrie Champion on Friday.
Can y'all make sure y'all get some drops from them?
No, you're going to be on vacation. You can't give us work and then walk out the door, okay?
So you in particular on Wednesday?
How about you do it then?
They're really talented.
How about you do it?
They're really knowledgeable. They have a lot of range and experience to provide our program.
We'll be back tomorrow with another dope show. Why is that, Reg?
We're not done. We're not done. Got to give the people time. Give people what they want.
They my little guys. I love them.